So hello guys, today welcome to our channel. Today I've brought to you a very interesting topic, a letter to God, literature, class 10. So let's continue. Now let's see what the lesson is all about. So first of all, Lenko is the main character in the story. So he was a farmer. What is a farmer? A farmer is basically a person who earns his livelihood with his field or cultivating crops and selling them. So, in that way only he had a field of ripe corn dotted with flowers. So, what is ripe corn? So, ripe corn is basically ripe, which is already ready and can be taken out to be sold. He hoped for a downpour or at least a shower. So, what he hoped for was a big downpour of rain, or at least a small drizzle or shower of rain. Okay. He was very happy to see huge mountains of clouds when he saw in the sky. Now, when he was thinking about rain, so when he saw up towards the sky, he just was really happy and filled with enthusiasm because he saw mountains, huge clouds uh, in the sky. So, but suddenly, strong wind began to blow. So, to his hugest surprise, strong wind began to blow with large hailstones. So, hailstones are basically taking all the dust and the particles, the stones, whichever is there in the soil, and all those things. So, now the large hailstones rained for an hour. Okay, so the large hailstones rained for an hour and the field was white as if covered with salt. Okay, so the hailstorm which had come had rained at least for an hour and taken all the matlab damaged the fields completely. Now, I'm sorry guys because I just forgot to put the information about the author on the first slide. So let's continue and read about the author. I'm sorry for the mistake. So, Gregorio Lopez Fuentes was a Mexican novelist. Now, Gregorio Lopez Fuentes, he is very famous and was a novelist. What is a novelist? Novelist is basically a person who writes big novels and poet too. He used to write poems and a journalist. Journalist is basically a person who takes part in news and reports and all those things, right? So he was one of the leading chroniclers of the Mexican Revolution. So he actually maintained a newspaper. So in newspapers he used to give motivational thoughts and all those things. So that's the reason he's called a chronicler. So G.L. Fuentes was born in a ranch named El Momi in the Huasteca region of Veracruz in 1895. In his youth, he spent much time in his father's general store, where he came in contact with the Indians, farmers, and laborers of the region, whose non lives he after described his works. After unsuccessful efforts at poetry and novels, he began to draw upon his experiences in the Mexican Revolution. So, guys, you must be knowing about the Mexican Revolution, so I did not tell you about it. So, let's continue. Later on, he became a teacher of literature at the school in Mexico City in 1921. He began writing for the El Universal often under the Tulio F. Peasants pseudonym. His stories were seen as exciting, humorous, and symbolic of Mexico. A realist, many of his works concerned the oppression of Native Americans. He was contemporary of Mariano Azuela and Martin Luis Guzman. Now, let's continue about the lesson. And I'm very sorry for that small mistake. So now let's continue. The hail had not left nothing or anything. I'm really sorry for this mistake. The hail had not left anything. He did not understand what to do. Now, the hailstorm completely destroyed every single bit of his field and had left nothing. The field was completely empty and destroyed. So, now because he was a farmer, so he did not understand what to do about this. So, but he had a lot of faith in God. He decided to seek help from the Almighty. Now, what did he do? Actually, he was a very faithful man and he had a lot of faith in God. So he decided to seek help from the Almighty. Now, the cornfields were completely destroyed, as I told you in the first 2-3 points. So, the cornfields were completely destroyed. Now, what did he write in the letter? He actually wrote to God that he wrote a letter to God demanding 100 pesos. Now, what is a peso? Peso is basically Russian currency. Like Indian currency is rupees. That in that way only pesos is a Russian currency. When the postman read the letter addressed to God or the Almighty, he could not stop himself from laughing. Now you can imagine this situation, guys. So because nobody has gone to God yet and did not deliver any letter to God, they actually deliver letters to persons or people living in that area or town or any other place, but nobody still has gone to God. So that so the man who read the letter, the postman who read the letter addressed to God, so basically anybody whoever reads the letter will start laughing and so in that way only the postman also started laughing and could not stop, could not resist that letter and started laughing. Now next. Now, the postmaster. Now, after the postman actually started laughing, then he showed it to the postmaster. Now, how was the postmaster? The postmaster was a fat, amiable. Now, what is the meaning of amiable? Having or displaying a friendly and pleasant manner. So he was a very friendly man, as you can see from the meaning here, and he turned serious after reading the letter. No, for a while he also started laughing, but then he turned serious after reading the letter and appreciated the writer's faith in God and decided to help Lenko. So, what did he do for helping Lenko? So, the first thing he did was he collected 70 pesos from his employees. Now, actually, he tried to collect as much, but he was able to collect only 70 pesos from his employees and friends. and he himself gave a part of his salary and for an act of charity. The following Sunday, now what happened? The following Sunday, Lenko came to collect his money. Okay, which was there in the envelope, and he wrote to God. So he basically had a lot of faith in God, but many other people who write to God, they do not come back to collect the money. So this describes his faith, his personality, yeah, matlab, his boldness to come and ask for the money. So now let's continue. But he was very disappointed. So he basically asked for 100 pesos or demanded for 100 pesos, but he did not find them and was really disappointed. Now next, let's continue. Now he basically turned very angry and wrote, I'm sorry, and he was angry and rewrote a letter to God demanding the rest of the money. He also wrote that God shouldn't send the money through the post office because he believed that the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Now, see guys, here the irony of the situation is that the people who helped him, the post office employees who helped him, he is thinking that those guys only have taken the rest of the 30 pesos. So that's the reason he thinks that these guys are a bunch of crooks. Now, here only I will end for today, guys, and thanks for watching.